because you're not here just to see me uh, complain about stuff. You're here to see me actually do uh, work, right? I got to run this simulation. How are we going to know socialism works or not, right? If we don't run the simulations, we're not going to have any proof. And right now, like, we're in a difficult situation here. Yeah, so this guy's taking a bit of each, and this is actually helping our economy a little bit here because we're selling a little bit, right? This should be like if we sell enough of these bricks, we should eventually not have to borrow money. We could be a net positive, but um, like one of the principles here again, imperial overstretch. Again, I learned this in another video game. This concept of doing too many things at once. Like if we tried to build all these things at once, they never like you lose the game when you do that. Just it's kind of like American imperialism, right? The if it overstretches itself, it collapses. You cannot control everything. It is nice to have ambitions to do such things, but much like the U.S. System, you can only reasonably control so much stuff. And if you don't pick and choose your battles, you will ultimately lose all your battles because you're overstretched and you're coming in a near second place over and over. So I think that's one of the things for the U.S. to survive in the future. First off, it has to acknowledge that it is not the superpower anymore. China's the superpower. They rewarded their engineers when they were in the 80s. They had programs to like you. An engineer in China, as far as I know, is it's the same caliber job as a lawyer or a doctor. It's a highly revered position, and because of that, the long-term benefits are now starting to pay off. That yeah, they make more weird stuff in China. That they have more engineers than they really need, but out of that, you get a bigger pool of products, like the BYD car company, right? Biggest EV company in the world, I believe. And they simply by having so many engineers putting so much think time, like in Canada, the US, for example, if an engineer is going to plan something out, they have to do all the work, or at least you have a small team of engineers. But in China, you might have 5 times the engineers, so they can really focus in on products, and they don't have like the marketing, the legal, like all the other non-value added investment. So as a strategy, that appears to be better because you can try to convince someone with a piece of paper that they should give you all their money, but in reality, that's across the ocean. Like in China, they don't. That's not going to really work. So um, the U.S. has to come to terms with its poor strategic decisions and not uh, continue to waste energy trying to um, spread further. Like it needs to start consolidating and learn from China. And again, like they really do need to socialize things. And this game, like legitimately, there's some things I do in this game I think are better ideas than what real financial planners do in the U.S. Leverage isn't a fundamentally um, a leverage is a zero sum principle in economics. Like one person gains money at the expense of someone else. So whenever you have an economy, like if you just say, well, I doubled sales this year. Yeah, it depends on if those sales of products are more at the opportunity cost of what better than what the consumer is previously spending. If it's not better, you've actually worsened the economy through selling things. But usually, as innovation happens, that's not true. Like usually, the as you sell better stuff, things get better.